Imagine someone you trusted deeply, someone who was supposed to have your back, betraying you in the worst way possible. The pain is overwhelming, right? The kind of pain that leaves you questioning everything you thought you knew about love, loyalty, and yourself. You might feel shattered, vulnerable, and even paranoid about opening your heart again. The guilt, the shame, the anger, it's all consuming. But here's the hardest truth, that betrayal might have left scars that run deeper than you realize. You might feel like you'll never trust again, but what if rebuilding that trust was possible? What if you could not only heal, but become stronger? Let's explore how to rebuild trust after betrayal, step by step. Betrayal is a complex emotional wound, and it cuts deeper than most people realize. It's not just a broken promise or a casual mistake. It's a deep emotional wound that impacts the way we see the world and ourselves. The moment someone betrays you, it feels like the rug is pulled out from under you. You're left feeling unsteady, like your whole worldview has been shattered. The emotional aftermath can feel like a constant ache, one that's hard to shake, no matter how much time passes. When you lose trust in someone, you're not just grieving that individual. You're grieving the idea that something you believed in was false. When someone you trust betrays you, it can feel like a direct attack on your character. The pain often extends beyond the event itself and seeps into other areas of your life. It can cause you to question your judgment, your decisions, and your ability to trust others in the future. It can lead to feelings of shame, as if somehow you deserved the betrayal. These feelings are the result of both the emotional and psychological impacts of betrayal, and they often leave deep scars that take a long time to heal. After experiencing betrayal, it's easy to slip into a cycle of distrust. This cycle feeds itself. The more you distrust, the more you keep others at arm's length, which in turn makes it harder to open up again. The wounds from betrayal can leave a long-lasting fear of future hurt, and this fear becomes a powerful force that drives you to build emotional walls around yourself. Every new person you meet is seen with suspicion, and every action or word from them is analyzed with the lens of betrayal. Over time, this behavior becomes second nature. The fear of being hurt again leads to a lack of vulnerability, and without vulnerability, trust cannot grow. And the longer you stay trapped in this cycle, the harder it becomes to break free. You might find yourself not only distrusting others, but also creating a reality where you expect betrayal to happen, which can distort how you see relationships altogether. Instead of allowing yourself to enjoy genuine connections, you are constantly on guard. This emotional armor becomes your way of coping, but it ultimately isolates you and makes it harder to heal. The first step in healing from betrayal is acknowledging the pain. This might seem obvious, but it's much harder than it sounds. People often want to skip over this step, fearing that confronting their emotions will make the pain worse. But the truth is, suppressing your feelings only prolongs the suffering. The more you allow yourself to sit with the pain, the faster the healing process can begin. It's not about wallowing in the hurt, but about understanding it. Why does it hurt so much? What is it about this betrayal that cuts so deep? Once you understand the source of your pain, it's easier to start the process of letting go. It's also important to allow yourself to grieve. Betrayal often results in a loss, not just of the person who hurt you, but also of the relationship, the trust, and the vision of the future you once shared. Grieving these losses is a crucial step in healing. It may take time, but honoring the grief allows for emotional recovery. Trying to rush the process can lead to emotional suppression, which leads to further damage down the road. The most important part of healing after betrayal is learning to trust yourself again. Many people who have been betrayed lose faith in their judgment. They may ask themselves, how could I have missed the signs, or why didn't I see it coming? But these questions only perpetuate the cycle of self-blame. You need to give yourself permission to trust again, not just others, but also your own instincts. Rebuilding trust with yourself starts with being kind to yourself. It means recognizing that you made decisions based on the information you had at the time. The fact that someone betrayed you doesn't mean you're weak or foolish. It simply means that they took advantage of your trust, and that's a reflection of their character, not yours. A key part of rebuilding self-trust is forgiving yourself for allowing someone into your life who didn't honor that trust. The more you forgive yourself, the more you can begin to heal and trust your instincts moving forward. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in healing after betrayal, but it's often misunderstood. Many people think that forgiving the person who betrayed them means excusing their behavior or pretending like nothing happened. But forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional chains that keep you tied to the past. Holding on to resentment and anger only keeps you tethered to the hurt, which only prolongs your suffering. Forgiveness is the act of choosing to let go of the negative emotions that hold you back from moving forward. And in doing so, you regain your power over your own emotional life. Forgiveness is not an instant or easy process. It requires time and effort. It's not about forgetting the betrayal or pretending it never happened. Instead, it's about acknowledging what occurred, recognizing the deep emotional impact it had on you, and then choosing to release the grip that the anger, hurt, or bitterness has over you. Holding on to those emotions only gives the betrayal power over your life, making it harder to move forward. Forgiveness is about accepting what happened, feeling the pain, and then consciously choosing to let go of that hold, so it no longer controls your emotional state. At its core, forgiveness is a deeply personal choice, and it's more for you than it is for the person who hurt you. It's about reclaiming your peace of mind and emotional freedom. When you forgive, you're not condoning the betrayal or saying it was okay. You're simply choosing to take back your power and no longer allow the betrayal to dictate your emotional state or future. Through forgiveness, you can release the emotional weight and start the journey of healing, ultimately finding peace and closure within yourself. Once you've made progress in healing and forgiving, the next step is to rebuild trust with others. This is where the real challenge begins. Rebuilding trust doesn't mean rushing back into relationships or forcing yourself to trust again. It means taking it slow, setting healthy boundaries, and allowing yourself to feel vulnerable again when the time is right. It's essential to remember that not everyone is going to betray your trust. Just because one person hurt you doesn't mean the rest of the world will. However, it's important to rebuild trust in stages, understanding that it takes time and effort from both sides. Trust is earned through consistent, reliable actions, not promises or words. It is built on a foundation of integrity, honesty, and accountability. While it's important to remain open to the possibility of future trust, you need to protect yourself in the process. Start by allowing yourself to trust people who have demonstrated through their actions that they are worthy of your trust over time. Look for evidence of honesty, reliability, and respect in their behavior. Actions speak louder than words, and these qualities will show you who can truly be trusted. Remember, rebuilding trust doesn't happen overnight. It is a gradual process that requires patience, self-awareness, and mutual effort. Each small step you take will help you open up to the possibility of trust again, making it easier to form healthy, meaningful connections with others. Over time, you will regain your ability to trust, not only in others, but also in your own judgment and intuition. Rebuilding trust after betrayal is not easy, but it is possible. It starts with acknowledging the pain, understanding the process of healing, and rebuilding trust with yourself. Along the way, forgiveness and patience will play a vital role in your emotional recovery. Though the road may be long and challenging, the ability to trust again, both in yourself and others, is worth the effort. Remember that healing is not an instant fix, but a gradual process. Take the first step today. You don't have to do it alone, and it's never too late to start the journey of rebuilding trust.